This column will take you less time to read than it did for a 911 operator in D.C. to help a young girl whose mother in front of her. The girl's call for help lasted more than 21 minutes and was painful to listen to. It starts with the sound of crying. What is the location of your emergency? An operator asks. 414 Oglethorpe Avenue Northeast. The girl said clearly. I am sorry. Can you repeat that? 414 Oglethorpe Street Northeast, Washington, D.C. Before she said. A suppressed scream was heard from the girl. The young man gave the correct address. This detail is important because it shows that you are not making a mess. He was witnessing something terrible and he did everything right. Even so, he would have wait, and wait for emergency workers to help him. Because they would go the wrong address first. 414 Oglethorpe Avenue Northwest. Time flows differently in emergencies. When you're together, seconds can feel like minutes, and minutes can feel like hours. I remember once waiting in the emergency room with my little son. He was injured and hungry, and I accidentally wore a dress that wouldn't allow me to nurse him easily. Could have waited for family member bring me a change clothes, or asked someone at hospital to give me pair of scissors so I could cut outfit. But the urge relieve her discomfort as quickly as possible was so overwhelming that tore top my dress with hands. Then I sat in the hospital in that torn dress for 24 hours. As conversations intensified in recent weeks about how DC's 911 call center has failed and continues to fail residents, I've thought a lot about what it means to keep people waiting for help. And every time my thoughts went there, they ended up in the same place, that teenager's phone call. I first heard of this when Dave Statter, a retired WUSA reporter who covers emergency dispatches, wrote about it on his site. The call was made in June 2020 and it is difficult here and accept that authorities at the time did not feel obliged to do whatever was necessary ensure another person did not have wait longer than necessary for help. I've summarized parts of the call for you so you know what authorities heard. 5 minutes into conversation, the young man tells operator that his mother is out of breath. 6 minutes into the conversation, the teenager asks, "Do you know how long it will take for them to arrive?" He assured me he would see them shortly. More than 7 minutes later, the girl told the operator she thought her mother was no longer breathing. The operator instructs him on how to perform chest compressions. They count together. 1, 2, 3, 4 inches. More than 8 minutes later, the operator told him that paramedics were there. The two continue counting. More than 11 minutes later, they're still counting. More than 13 minutes later, they're still counting. More than 17 minutes later, they're still counting. About 100 D.C. residents on Tuesday. The neighborhood representative sent a letter to city